50 cal in the house. Well, gentlemen, FedEx finally arrived and my box is here. So follow with me as we do the unboxing of the Texan 50 cal factory. So it's nothing, it's the same way everybody else is getting theirs, so you get to see it in the box. Nespresso decaf. Okay, we'll try to do this so you see, you're not just going to see the back of my bald head. I've got a whole lot of emails today. Looks like the first wave has been shipped. A lot of emails. Guys are, you know, the 50's here, Bob, the 50's here. It's like super duper. For anyone who's never ordered a Texan before, this is the way they came. The big box and then the inner box. This is how they look when you get one. You can see we've got our manual and information. Then there's a little I don't know, cardboard tabs to keep the box from being compressed. And there, you see the cutout. When you flip it over, there's a cardboard cutout here that holds everything in position. You got the rifle and the air bottle. And your air bottle has a tag on it. Always read your tags and information. It says, pull valve closed before filling. So what that means is when you go to fill it, just pull it forwards like this. Because then what happens is you're filling it, the air is then leaking out the front of the fill port. So you pull it like that. That seals a little inside there. So as you're filling it, it puts tension, the air pressure is against, and nothing will leak out. So read your tags. And there's your carbon fiber bottle, shoulder piece, gauge, fill nipple, all standardino. And this is the factory. Oh, my shoulder's killing me as I'm doing this. This is the factory setup. So it's not a cobbled together piece like I did earlier. Together, put that back down. There we go. So the standard long barrel Texan. Got your dust cover here. Bottom and top set screw, which is nice. Everything looks standard. It'll be like that when done. Unboxing. Now we'll put it together. So, we got to put my cheaters on so I can see what I'm doing. I know I'm not as sexy with them on. And come on, guys, I know I'm ugly. I know I'm ugly. I'm so ugly. When I was a baby, my mother had to breastfeed me with a straw. That's how ugly I was. So, getting back to facts, what I like to do is put on a little $7 rubber butt pad from Amazon. They got, you know, anything from 7 to 19 or 20 based on what you want. So I just loosened up these two set screws a little bit to move this back. And bingo, we're there. You go, what's that brain case doing? I like to make sure that all my air guns have the valve on the same side and the fill nipple on the same side, so I'm not having to flip-flop. So I'm looking at my 457 right now, so the way it is the way I like it, because that's the way it's going to go in. So I got my little rubber butt pad on. Just going to tighten this up a fraction. And I suggest, and I'll go through some of this, that you guys read your manual, you know, for safety features and so on and so on. The other tip that I suggest, don't throw your box away. If you ever have to, you know, God forbid you have a problem and you have to ship it back, keep your box. It helps, you know. You put everything right back in the way it was. So now let's put some juice in this. Nipple out. Nipple, huh? If I had that silicone gel here, we could have some fun. Okay, come here, bottle. You know, I'm going to have to eventually get a stand for this because it's a bit awkward trying to do video stuff and this thing's flopping all over the place like a wildcat. So what we're not going to do is we're not just going to open this beast up and hot fill it, okay? You don't want to do that. Anytime you put air in, it's going to heat up, but you don't need to cook it, all right? So we're just going to do a little bit at a time. There we go. And you can hear it filling, and it's not leaking out the front. There we go. I put 1,000 in, and it's warm. It's warm. So let that sit for a minute or two, and then we'll continue filling it the rest of the way. Pretty cool. So we'll just slowly. This has got a tight handle on it. There we go. A little slow. There we go. It's crawling slowly up. 1,000, 2,000, 25. Stop there for a minute. And this is just me. I'm just, you know, life's not going to disappear in, you know, a minute and a half, so no sense in cooking your equipment if you don't have to. And it's all warranty rated and whatnot, but like anything, if you don't beat it, it's going to last longer. All right, let's continue. 3,000, 35, 36, 37. Okay, so it's hot filled 37. Our goal is 36 1/4. So now, as it cools down, the gauge will drop. So we're good. Take that off. Okay, so that's tight. Do not dry fire your gun. Loosen up the little set screw here and the spin lock. Bottle in. Trying to hold the bottle just right so it, you know, I can spin it with my fingers. It's really tight in here. Helps having a thumbnail. So now it's snug. But it's not snug enough for what I want. A little tighter. There we go. So now that's snug. Tighten up the old. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my goodness. With a melon? Oh, I'm sorry guys. I'm getting a little carried away with the pamphlet material. Being a man, I usually don't read manuals. Come on, be honest, most guys don't. We go at it, and then if it doesn't work, then we read the instructions. Well, high pressure air and warranties, read your instructions. It's pretty interesting. Most of the stuff is basics that you learn with all Texans. But the one area that you really need to pay attention to towards the back, operational tips, modification to the valve. The valve is a non-user maintainable item. Okay, that means if you start jacking the valve up, drilling it out, playing with it, anything like that, you're going to void your warranty. Okay, a lot of guys, do-it-yourselfers, want to play with stuff. Rule of thumb is you buy it, you own it, you can do anything you want with it. But you start tinkering with it, it's a non-warranted situation. Just know that. And let me tell you, and I'm not knocking anybody that wants to do stuff on their own, so don't get me wrong. It's your gun, you do what you want, what you own it. But if you break it and then try to hide it and send it back to Texan for warranty repair, these guys aren't stupid. They're not dummies. Okay? You got to remember, every way to tinker with this, they've already tinkered with to get to where they're at. So if you send something back in and your slide's all jacked up or you've done something to it, there's only a couple of ways something can break. So they're kind of, already up on top of that. So, don't wind up with egg on your face and fibbing about it. Just be honest. Hey, I screwed up. I did this. What's it going to cost to fix it? Okay? Better to be honest and upfront than wind up later and looking like a schmo because you're lying through your teeth about everything. So, I just got to tell you that. Okay? No modification to the valves. Filling it with anything other than gas, other than compressed air or nitrogen. Okay, that's the only two warranted gases. I get a lot of emails about helium because I've played with helium. Helium is a much smaller molecule, more escape past the valve, which gives you the bigger punch. But if it's not designed for helium, don't be shooting it. Again, you could injure yourself, you could damage your products. Non-warranted item. All right, you just got to remember, you do this stuff, you're doing it at your own peril. I said the word peril. Peril's the word for the day. $50, please. Peril. Cleaning the barrel. Now, I'm a bum. I rarely clean anything. Should do better, really, I should. I use, and it's always been this way with me, with the early air rifles going back to like 2002. Very mild cleaning products. You're not dealing with copper, you're not dealing with gunpowder residue, burnt, scorch, anything else. You don't need to have massive scrub, dissolving, acid-eating, cleaning product. I use Rem oil. Super easy, lubricates and cleans at the same time. The green can at Walmart, Remington oil. Spritz it, mop it, your little brass brush, in and out, run your jag, whatever, bingo, you're done. There's not a whole lot in this that needs to be cleaned. It's non-corrosive, it's a non-hard solvent, and it's not going to stink you out of the house if you play with it in the basement like Hoppy's number 9 will. So, again, items on the back. Removing a jammed projectile. I've done this, everyone's done it. It kind of tells you what to do here. Usually if you've don't have enough air pressure, you get a bullet stuck in there, make sure your bottle's jacked up, your power dial is on full. You can shoot it a couple of times empty to get that bullet out of the barrel. The other way, of course, is taking the bottle off and then running a dowel rod down there and tapping it through till you force it out from the breech to the barrel. But so far, I've been blessed. I've been able to just shoot it with no second projectile, just the air, to build the air pressure back up, force the bullet out the barrel. Again, if you've got questions about that, call Air Force and discuss it with them. Look at your manual. It's very importante. Care and storage. If you decide to put it away, you don't have to drain the tank. You can drop it down to about 2,000 psi, as it calls here, and leave it in the closet till next season. But most people don't leave anything till next season. So please read your manual. So that is basically the Texan 50 cal out of the box. It's got, so that's basically the 50 cal out of the box video. You know, you guys know me, I don't have a script. I just kind of read stuff off as it pops into my limited brain there. If I rattle around enough, it'll come out through my mouth. One thing I do want to say, as we finish this up, you got a warranty card. Fill it out and mail it in, okay? You got your serial number here on the side of the box. It's like, where's my serial number? That's right there. You know, put it down. That way you're in the system. They can pull you up. You're warranted. They know everything there. And I'm pretty sure that they're not selling your name to some black ops site where they're going to come and get you in the middle of the night. Okay, so unless you're a conspiracy theory freak, fill it out and send it in. With that being said, now it's time for me to start adding all my bits and pieces. Alright fellas, so this is now my decked out Texan 50 with all my personal add-ons, okay? This is the part where it's a shameless plug to sell you stuff. So, you know me, I'm always flopping scopes, so I have to have a Picatinny rail. So I got the Mr. Hollow Point Picatinny rail available on my website. But I got the Picatinny rail up top. I ran full Picatinny rail across the lower accessory rail, and I ran another full Picatinny across the bottom. You don't have to do that. I like to do that. I also put on, because this is the long barrel generation 50 cal Texan, it doesn't have a suppressor on it, so I used my suppressor that I got from Neil Clegg out there at Air Strippers. And what I did with this is there's a top and bottom screw that hold on the dust cover, okay, the finishing dust plug cover, whatever you want to call it. The suppressor slips in about yay far, which I've shown you before on another video. And there's a top and bottom, these two grub screws. So what I do is I mark them, and then I'll take a drill bit and I'll just indent the aluminum shaft just a bit, so when the two screws go in, they've got like an anchor point. It's not just slipped in there, because I have not tightened them down enough and shot them down the field. It's always best, if that's going to happen, you do it in the grass, but I have done that before. So just a little tap tap, you know, with a drill bit, and put your rub screws in. I'm not cranking them down, but this way it keeps it from coming off, okay? I got a El Cheapo $20 laser on here. This way, if when I check with my ATN, if it's having a software issue, which this latest glitch software upware did, I know that the crosshairs are still on, because I'm just using that laser as a point of reference. So if the laser's here and the crosshairs are here, I know that this is not holding its setting. Just a El Cheapo bipod, just for setting it up so you can look at it on the table. And of course, ka-dunk, you know, $7 rubber butt pad. But now she is Mr. Hollow Point ready to go out and go shooting. Now right now it is literally -1 degrees Northwest Indiana. So I'm not going out today, but hopefully we'll get out soon and we'll do some testing with the entire factory setup right out the box. Thanks for watching. You got any questions, please email me, hit the like, hit the subscribe, all that good stuff. I don't monetize my videos, so I'm not getting a penny off this, but at least you know when I put one up, you'll get a ding ding saying, hey, you got another video up. Any technical questions, contact Air Force. Their number's on the paper. You go to their website. They're real good folks, and they'll chit-chat with you about whatever. You say, Mr. Hollow Point did this or Mr. Hollow Point did that. They'll probably say, well, he's a yo-yo. But with that being said, I'm your yo-yo. So thanks for watching. I don't know what else to say, but I'm just totally jacked about the 50, you know. In my opinion, when you're a bad shot like I am, bigger is always better.